Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today on something I know a lot of you out there are thinking about,
Yeah, for sure.
navigating the GTA housing market and trying to decide
Right.
new build or resale. The age-old question.
Huge question right now.
It is. And we wanted to look into a real estate expert named Manoj Atri for this one.
Okay.
You've had a chance to look over his approach.
Yeah, just from his website and that free report he puts out,
Exactly.
seems like he's all about making sure his clients know what they're getting into.
Right. Making informed choices.
Definitely in this market, that's got to be priority number one, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Things are changing so quickly.
So fast.
Yeah.
Like, is now even a good time to buy?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. Because prices are all over the place.
Up, down, sideways? Who knows anymore?
I know. And then you see these reports like this one from Urbanation.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
New condo sales in Southern Ontario.
Ouch.
Down 81% last quarter.
81.
81%.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
That's got to be a record.
It's gotta be.
I mean, remember a little while ago when those interest rates were so low?
Oh, yeah. Everybody and their dog was
Everyone was buying.
buying up condos.
Yeah, it was like free money for a minute, there wasn't it?
It really was.
Drove the prices way up, and now
And now look.
rates are higher. Nobody wants to touch a condo.
Nobody.
All these investors are sitting on empty units.
Makes you wonder if now's the time to get a deal. Or...
Could be, but it's got to be the right deal, right?
Yeah.
Like that story on BlogTO.
Oh my gosh, I know.
The condo that sold for...
How much? $328,000 less.
Yeah, after just 2 years.
2 years.
That's a tough one.
That's gotta hurt.
It's a buyer beware kind of market right now, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, big time.
Especially for those people who think they're going to get rich, quick flipping condos.
Right.
Doesn't seem like that's the play anymore.
No, not so much.
Which is probably why this guy Manoj is all about the long game.
Yes, definitely seems like it.
Making smart choices, not just jumping on the latest trend.
Yeah.
Exactly. And speaking of different approaches,
Okay.
you sent me that article about that tiny house in the annex.
Oh yeah, that one was something else.
I know. $1.2 million.
1.2 million.
For this little...
Tiny little place.
right by the train tracks.
Prime location though.
I mean, it is location, location, location.
That's what they always say.
Hey.
But how much is too much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, is it worth all that noise pollution?
Exactly. Some people, that's a deal breaker.
For sure.
Some people, they love the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
I guess it all comes down to what you're looking for.
And I guess that's where Manoj comes in, right?
Hmm.
Helping people figure out what they want.
Yeah, it's got to be about more than just finding a place to park your car, isn't it?
No kidding. So we've got condos kind of tanking. We've got tiny houses by the train tracks for $1 million.
What else is new, right?
It's crazy out there.
And that's the thing about the GTA, isn't it?
It's a wild ride.
There's so much going on, so many different micro markets.
Totally. Which actually reminds me.
You included this article from Newmarket News
Oh, right. Yeah.
about their local housing market.
A little outside the downtown core, but still feeling those GTA vibes.
Exactly. So what's the story there?
Well, detached homes are still strong.
Okay.
Prices actually went up a bit in September, but semi-detached, they took a dip.
Interesting.
Which makes you wonder,
Okay.
you know,
one there.
are people getting priced out of detached and then that's driving up competition for semis?
Ooh, like a ripple effect.
Exactly. You know, those buyers who maybe 5 years ago would have been all over a detached in Newmarket?
Right.
Now they're looking at semis.
Wow. So the whole market shifts.
That's the thing about real estate, isn't it? It's all connected.
Totally. Okay, so we've got condos down, semis, maybe in a weird spot. What about
The $1 million question.
interest rates? Everyone's
Yeah.
talking about these jumbo rate cuts.
Right. Like, is the Bank of Canada going to do it or not?
Exactly. And these mortgage brokers, we've got articles from Canadian Mortgage Professional
Yeah, what are they saying?
all over the map.
Really?
Some are saying it's a sure sign things are about to go crazy.
Back to that feeding frenzy.
Totally. And others are like, hold your horses. This could be a bumpy ride.
So who's right?
That's the thing. Nobody knows.
Ah, the joys of real estate.
Right. You buy a house, and you're basically signing up for a lifetime of market anxiety.
At least it feels that way sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Try all the time. But seriously, though, it's a lot for the average person to process.
Oh, for sure. Especially if you're just trying to, find a place to live.
Exactly. You just want to buy a house, not become a market analyst.
Right. Like nobody has time for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you even wrap your head around all of this?
Well, that's where I think someone like Manoj Atri can really make a difference.
Okay.
It's so easy to get caught up in all the noise.
Right.
Headlines, the predictions.
Doom and gloom.
Exactly. And then you end up making decisions based on fear.
Or just trying to time the market perfectly, which
Yeah.
is impossible.
Exactly.
Nobody has a crystal ball.
So what Manoj seems to be all about is tuning out that noise
Okay, I like
and
that.
focusing on what actually matters.
Wait.
What does the client need? What are their goals? What does their life look like 5, 10 years down the road?
So it's about the bigger picture,
Exactly. And then finding a property that fits into that picture.
whether it's a new build or a resale.
Right, exactly. It shouldn't be about just winning some bidding war
Or panicking that you're going to miss out.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, it's about finding a home.
Right, a place where you actually want to live.
Exactly, where you can see yourself being happy and comfortable for years to come.
Okay, so big picture thinking,
Mm.
long-term goals. What else?
Well, we were talking about all the market craziness, right?
Yeah, condo prices tanking, interest rate uncertainty.
All of that, and then you add in those new mortgage rules the government just announced.
Oh, yeah,
Longer amortizations, higher insured mortgage caps.
it's a lot to keep track of.
It really is. And it could mean that even more buyers are about to jump back into the market.
Which could drive prices even higher.
Exactly. So again, it comes back to thinking long-term, making informed choices, not letting the market dictate your every move.
So how does someone like Manoj actually help with all of that?
Well, it's about having someone in your corner who understands all the intricacies of the market, right? Someone who's not just trying to close a deal, but who's actually invested in helping you make the best decision for you.
So it's about trust.
Huge. And that's something that seems to be really important to Manoj. You can tell from his website, from that free report he offers.
Yeah, it's all about being transparent, giving people the information they need to make informed choices.
Exactly. No pressure, no hidden agendas, just honest advice and guidance.
Which is honestly so refreshing.
It is. Because buying a house, it's a big deal. It's probably the biggest purchase most people will ever make.
Absolutely.
And you need someone you can trust to guide you through that process.
So after diving into all of this condo slumps, interest rates, new builds versus resale, what's the final verdict? Should people be rushing out to buy a place right now, or?
Honestly, there's no easy answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it all depends on your individual circumstances, your goals, your risk tolerance.
So what's the takeaway?
I think the biggest takeaway here is to be informed, do your research, and find someone like Manoj who you trust to guide you through the process.
Perfect. So there you have it, folks. Another deep dive in the books. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next market breakdown.
Yeah.
Until then, happy house hunting.